Hi guys. I guess again, I still don't have an intro, so deal with it while I try to make an epic intro in KineMaster or something. And because Kajimi doesn't get enough screen time, here she is. Kajimi, say hello to the viewers.
Hi!
Can't you even do a decent greeting? Wow, you are so useless. You are the reason there's instructions on a shampoo box. Anyways, let's continue with the video. This video was meant to be about omori and another touchy subject.
Nicole,
but I'm not
can I
committed
do
to
a
making the
voiceover
videos.
too?
So it's a 2-in-1
Nicole
video, and there will be timestamps,
literally
so
no
please
ever
sit
pays
down and
attention
relax
to
and
me.
watch this very uncomfortable but important video. So, yeah, I know I'm very late to this, but literally no one is talking about this, so I thought, why don't I do it instead? Anyways, let's continue with this video that's probably gonna get 1 view. Before this continues, I want to credit at su.p_on.top on TikTok for one of the artist's names. Unfortunately, the other person that give the idea for one of the names of the artists, I couldn't find them. They were on Pinterest. That's all I remember. So the beginning of this rabbit hole started from this image while I was looking of omori profile pictures. Don't ask why. I didn't think too much of it. As always, I would have skipped that. My nosy self saw a lot of comments, and I checked it, and what I saw was bad. I found a name in the comments. I thought it was the artist of that art, but I found something arguably worse. The person's name is Corny Ratty. Be grateful I didn't tell you the real name. And since Archive of Our Own is the next best to Wattpad, which is a lot better than Wattpad. And remember those challenges where you search up the most vile things? A challenge, yeah. And remember those Danganronpa creepy fanfics? So rad. The Archive of Our Own writer decided to bless us with his fanfics. Now hear me out. I don't know who would willingly sit down and write down this disturbing, not safe for life stories, and I honestly feel concerned for these people, like they need the nearest possible mental hospital. And if anyone enjoys content like this, I have to automatically assume you have a brain deficiency. But seriously, who writes this? So Rad here decided to bless us with this beautiful story, and I don't care about the terms and conditions that pops up. Listen, I'm not sending hate to this person, I'm just calling them out and why this should be illegal. Yeah. So I read one of it, and the fanfic shipped Omori and Basil. Now, okay, it's a ship, nothing surprising about it. Keep in mind they are minors, and the fanfic talked about puberty. Yes, the awkward time in your life of growing up. Yeah, I'm gonna assume they were 10 to 13 or Omori is really brain dead since he didn't know about what was happening to him. But for some reason, he felt something for Basil, something so passionate he didn't know how to explain it. He didn't know how to tell Basil what he feels in his heart about him. And oh yeah, Mari Hands Omori, a human anatomy book. Yeah, with those parts in it. So Sunny reads it and talks about wanting to make Basil his wife. Ikits was a bit confusing. I don't want to talk about what he did to Basil. Okay, so when Basil fell asleep, I think Omori was awake and he drew all over his face and they lived happily ever after the end. The thing is, the most often words that Basil said were, "Sunny, what are you doing? Sunny, Sunny, please stop. Sunny, please don't." But there are more problems. It's the hashtags and what's in the fanfic. It said hashtag underage. Then it added no asking consent from Basil, Alpha Omori. Omega Basil, I think you get what I'm saying. Hashtag Omori taking the lead and hashtag Basil not knowing what to do but going along with it because reasons. Keep in mind they are minors and Basil was asleep, meaning he had no consent to it until he woke up, even though he did eventually wake up, he wasn't aware, and this doesn't justify anything. And the comments were concerning. One person said, great story. Another said, my favorite was Sunny having feelings for Basil. Another one said, oh Corny Ratty, you make great stories as always. I'm honestly disappointed that no one bothered to call out the creator. I feel like I'm on a watch list after making this video. The second person I'll like to talk about is Yustu or Yutsu. I'm not sure about the spelling of it. I didn't really go into much of it, and when I tried to look for it I found no results. Like I said, credits to atsu.p_on.top for making her own video of the Yustu exposing thing. This isn't from me, so apparently Yustu thought it was a good idea to ship this too. This ship is called Omosen, so we are promoting self-cessed. But remember, Omori is 12 and Sunny is 16. Before anyone says,
oh, it's just a 4-year age gap. Stop being a boomer.
all I have to say is, what is a fresh man and middle schooler doing? who's not a teen yet, by the way, dating a guy that should be in high school, and apparently the person allegedly drew those fan art of the ship. But I couldn't find any of the allegations, but I found something else instead. Yeah, it's weird, but it gets weirder. So if you look at the bottom left corner, it shows Sunny and an weird face, but I translated it, sorry if it's not accurate, and it said corny. Yeah, pretty questionable for a drawing that already shows something suggestive. The other questionable one I found was Basil in a maid dress. Yeah, I'm not showing that for reasons. This brings me to my next topic, the kid NSFW. Yeah, those artists, or NSFW in general. So a little bit of story time, and this happened in TikTok. So I was scrolling on TikTok looking at TikToks, then I scrolled a bit too far and found per shippers. They shipped minor and adult, sibling and sibling, relative to the relationship. And there was this Mari and Aubrey pro shipper, and there are valid reasons why it's not right. And the shipper had a NSFW photo of headspace Aubrey. I reported it. You can call me a snitch, I don't care. Child NSFW should not be tolerated. And TikTok, yes, TikTok didn't do anything. In fact, that person's account is still up as we speak, which again brings us farther. Since I'm tired and Kajimi is annoying me, she's taking over.
Hi everyone! Just for a little intro, and Damian will take control of the rest of the video.
Please no, I just want to stay in my room and cry.
Well, too bad. Okay, so let's begin. Ya Kid NSFW. I'm sure we know or heard of it. But if you don't know what it is, I got you. What's Kid NSFW? Kid or some person or character under the age of 18 drawn in a suggestive or NSFW way that is always problematic. Yes, a 17-year-old is still a minor, just so you know. And I better not hear people saying a 17-year-old or 16-year-old isn't a minor or else.
Your soul shall be mine.
Shut up and stop being emo.
Though I do know that the age of consent differs by country, like Nigeria age which of consent of 11, Niger which the age of consent 13, and Yemen which the age of consent is 9. But it's a universal law, when you turn 18 you are a legal adult, and a person below the age of 18 doesn't have the mental capacity for a relationship. Even some people who are adults may be adults, but may not have the mental capacity of an adult. And I don't want people in my comment section going like, oh, I'm moving to Yemen. If you say that, I have to automatically assume you are really bad at making jokes and don't know when it's too far, or you are an EDP. There's no in between about it. So no, even if it's a fictional character, it's not okay to make an SFW of a minor. Keep in mind, if the character is 17 or 16, that still makes them a minor, so no, it's not okay to make an SFW, which automatically makes it CP. Since Damian is crying on the floor and wants to go, I'll give him the last part so he can leave.
Please, I just want to leave, so I'll rush it up. Now what is a loli in Shota or whatever? So a loli is someone as old as God. She's so old that Jesus attended her birthday. Yes, before anyone says, oh now's a loli. Oh my god, that's gross, you probably read Wattpad. No, she's a kid, she's 16 to 17. Whatever a teen loli as you people say it. She's drawn in a chibi style which makes her head disproportionately bigger than her whole body. Yeah, the problem with lolis is most of the lolis are underage. Basically little kids fresh out of elementary. Yeah, when a fictional loli and a Discord mod join together, you can imagine how that ends. So people can draw weird stuff of lolis and go like, oh she's 20 trillion years old so it's not wrong. Yeah, that's just an excuse for people to draw NSFW of someone who looks underage. But it not being NSFW of a child, people can use that excuse to draw technically NSFW of an underage looking character. And since you can't draw child NSFW since that's illegal, people will find another way and use it as an excuse. A certain thing, loli, stuff, romanticizing. So if a person draws a loli so long they don't romanticize them, or Discord mod them, then it's okay, just don't add them doing weird stuff, and usually no one will have a problem with it. Yeah, lolio when the lover or the love interest, to words. Grown-up man and kid shot out of the womb, such a cute ship. I don't really like when a loli is shipped and it looks like the other is dating a child. Let me not get started on the omori and ma stuff. Still a minor. How many times will I say this? Yeah, let's not forget the famous statement, if it's not real it can't hurt you. If a child is shown this at a young age, it can affect their reasoning and can end up normalizing this in the real world. And if this is normalized, people will think it's okay, and out kids and people included won't be safe from this. I know the video was confusing and meant to be about omori artists being problematic, but this is serious, and we shouldn't normalize child NSFW, because it can encourage certain things that are disturbing and increase the risk of EDP behavior and some other serious problems. Goodbye.